Alright, so yesterday on 9.2 we learned how to identify the vertex by identifying the key X. We also learned how to identify the vertex on the calculator, and it's going to come in handy whenever we get word problems kind of like this here. This problem that we're going to look at for our focus lesson, which is the only problem of the day, says during halftime at a basketball game, Slingshot launches t-shirts to a crowd. It says it's launched with an initial upward velocity of 72 feet per second. That just means it's rising pretty quickly. That every second it's going to go 72 feet. So it's shooting up initially at 72 feet per second, and that is caught 35 feet above the court. Or how long will it take for it to reach its maximum height, and what is its maximum height? And then they gave us this picture here to kind of work off of that. They also gave us a formula. If you notice, this formula has kind of popped up a lot. The negative 16t squared with other numbers. We just usually did not have an initial height, so we had nothing there, but actually we did have an initial height. We didn't have a number there. But what you want to remember here, if they ever give you this formula, anytime they give you a variable with a zero sub, it's called a sub-zero. That means initial v, which would be initial velocity. H sub-zero would be initial height. So when you're looking at this formula, you're looking at y equals negative 16t squared. The initial velocity, as it says, is 72 feet, so it would be plus 72t. And the initial height, if you look at this this picture here, it is shooting up from 5 feet in the air, so it'll be plus 5. That's the first thing you're going to do. The second thing you're going to do is, I would just use the calculator in this case because it wants to know how long it's going to take to reach its maximum height as well as what its maximum height is. Pretty much what happens is the shape, or the ball, or the shirt is going to go up, it's going to reach its maximum height, and then it's going to come back down. Well, the thing here is the maximum height is found right here, and we know this to be the vertex of what's going on. So if we can identify the vertex of this graph, then we should be able to answer this question. So I will go to y equals, and then I will from there type in my negative 16. Instead of t, just use x squared plus 72x plus 5. Graph that, which I don't think we'll be able to see everything we need to see. We actually don't. So what I'm going to do is, there is a zoom, and so you can hit zoom, and then you can zoom out a little bit and just hit enter, and it takes you out a little bit more so you can get a better idea. Let's zoom again. Actually, let's not zoom, let's just go back to standard. So zoom, standard, zoom 6. I do know for a fact that it comes over here, so when I hit second trace, I know that it's going to have a shape like this, so I am looking for a maximum height, so I want to trace the maximum, and that on this side x is equal to 0 would definitely be here, and that I want x to move to the other side. Now notice that as I move, my x's are going up to 85, down to 84. That means I'm on the other side of the maximum. Again, let me show that again, starting from 0, because sometimes you have to kind of use that. I'm at y equals 5. As I go left to the right, it's 19, 32, 44, so it's still increasing. 70, 76, 81, 84, 85, 85. That means you're getting close to the top. And once it starts coming down, that means you're definitely on the right side of it. So hit enter again, and enter, and it gives you your maximum at about, again, knowing that this is not accurate, that's about 2.25, 86. This answer here represents time, which means that it takes 2.25 seconds to get to its maximum height, and this means that this is the max height, that it's actually going to go up 86 feet. So again, that's the two answers you're going to use whenever you have that. So again, the x, which was actually t, represents the amount of time it took, because it means it took 2 seconds to get over here, but after 2 seconds it was 86 feet in the air, which is why that's the max height. Alright, so using that, you've got 2 guided instruction questions. One of those is based off of today. The first thing is to suppose the shirt was shot from 64 feet per second and 7 feet in the air. So use your calculator, use your common sense, again, work together on this to try to see what's going on. The second thing is pretty much just, I need a table. Find the key X using A, B, and C, and give me the table, turn that in, and get your daily points for the day before you watch that video of the other information. So good luck on this.